you for tuning in to the Courtney Hall Show. I am super excited because I have a special guest with me today. It's Destinie Holiday. How are you doing?
I am good. I am blessed to be here.
Yes,
appreciative.
I'm so happy that you're here. You have a lot of things that are going on in the community. That's what the show is based on. People that are doing great things in the community and for themselves. And you have Picnic at the Park. You started that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so Picnic at the Park started last summer. It was really random. I was at the park. I love going to Herman Park in Houston. And it was probably a week or two before my birthday. And I was like, I want to go on a date for my birthday at the park. I'm very simple. Then I was like, why do I gotta wait on someone to take me there for, right? I mean, take me to the park and do that for. I'm like, I'm not about to wait around. I can ask my friends. And maybe for my birthday, I can make it, just my friends. So I was like, why do I have to stop there with just my friends? Like, everyone can enjoy this moment, enjoy that relaxation, especially right before the work week starts.
Right.
So Picnic at the Park was on a Sunday. It was great. I probably had less than a month to prepare.
Wow.
And that's where it started.
So you also have a podcast called Hopefully Holiday.
Yes.
Talk about that. That's so interesting. I love it.
Okay, so Hopefully Holiday is actually, it's a family company, originally nonprofit. So basically my mom originated it.
Okay.
Right, and she brought me on, and she brought my dad on.
Oh, wow.
And the purpose of Hopefully Holiday is basically to destigmatize mental health, provide resources of anyone, everyone, as long as you're alive.
Yeah,
you
right.
Mental health, right?
Yeah.
So with that, we do interview awesome people in the community who are doing things to promote mental health resources, from therapists, everything.
Okay.
And even advocates like myself, we do that, and it's just, life can be tough sometimes.
Yeah.
So to have that, I want to say we're like the bridge between people who are kind of uninformed and have this idea of mental health in a negative light to the actual resources that they need.
But whenever I think about mental health and what that entails, I guess I'm just not really informed because I think about people that might be crazy. But can you clear that up a little bit? What is mental healthness and how can we be mentally healthy?
Okay, so it's just like anything, like, you want to be physically healthy, mentally healthy, spiritually healthy, all of that stuff. So basically, mental health isn't some issue like where you're just crazy. We all experience depression. We all experience stress, anxiety, and it's just like, if you break your leg, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to pray it away. You're going to go to the doctor. The same thing, if you just lost a loved one and you're going through that grief and you're going through that pain, you need to go see someone who can help you work through that and process that trauma and process those things. And that's where mental health comes in. Especially in this generation with us, with social media, many people feel depressed and they feel like they're not where they need to be, and that's not even the case. What I've talked to many people who are against mental health or going to see someone like a counselor or a therapist or whatever, and their first thing is like they're against it, but then they realize the therapist doesn't tell you what to do. You don't have to be insane or out your mind. They just help you cope with the stresses of everyday life. And we all need that support system. You're getting help from someone who's giving you the free space, not telling you what you need to do. Because we can talk to our friends and family.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can talk to my friend about that, but what's the difference between like a therapist and your friend?
So our friends and all of us, or our family, we're going to give advice based off of our experiences and what we know, what we think you should do. Usually it's deeper than advice. You need the actual coping skills and mechanisms to maneuver through whatever your issue is. So actual therapist gives you the free space to vent without, like, how can I say, saying, oh girl, I've been through worse. You're not trying to hear that. You're just trying to vent.
Exactly.
And it also, they give you the tools that you need specifically to help you process and analyze what it is that you're going through, those issues. I can say, let's say it's stress. It's the way we carry stress. What do you do when you are stressed? Girl, I eat. I eat. But your therapist helps you learn, like, let's replace these not so great habits with new habits. And what is that habit for you? It could be like, I also like to paint for fun. So instead of eating or when I'm overwhelmed, how about I go paint? And me incorporating that easily, And it could be something simple like, girl, you need to paint. Like, your friend will say that, but it can also be something much more in depth. And mental health can be, again, it can be like stress with a new job, moving to a new city, I guess feelings of despair, hopelessness.
Yeah. I always like to think that I have it all together. And I just really realized recently that one of the things that I do when I'm stressed out, I don't sleep. So I'll wake up in the middle of the night or I can't fall asleep, and I just realized that. And so now that I'm realizing it, maybe I need to talk to somebody about that. I don't know, we'll see, but that's really interesting. Now, what's the next event that you have with Hopefully Holiday?
Okay.
Or Picnic at the Park.
Picnic at the Park, we are preparing for that. I'm hoping in June. So Picnic in the Park at the Park is like a huge event where everybody comes out. But from that, after our first one was a great hit, I have to say, people are asking, when are you doing it again? So then I decided to make stress-free Sundays, which would be monthly.
Yes, I love that.
So it's definitely, again, it's always going to be a Sunday, so we can prepare for the next week and just de-stress. I bring in different people to show, like I had a meditation walk, a guided meditation. I believe February we're going to start again, and it's going to be a volunteer event, so make sure you follow us.
Yes.
To know, because giving does so much, not just for the other person, but for yourself. You know?
And where can we follow you? How can we support you?
Okay, at Hopefully Holiday. Literally that, it is here.
Yes, I love the shirt.
Yeah, shout out to my mom. But Hopefully Holiday is exactly that, how you spell it, nothing special, nothing extra.
Okay. Now let's get into some hot topics.
Yes, ma'am.
So, speaking about mental health issues, we're going to talk about Future and Lori Harvey. both of these individuals, you know, people like to say that they both are toxic. But I mean, what do you think about that? And then I'll tell you my thoughts.
I think like attracts like. I think they are a great pair for the reason I did not know Lori Harvey was like 23.
Yeah, she's young.
She's young.
Yeah.
She's 23. I'm like, she can still like play around,
Yeah,
mess around.
yeah.
She has no responsibilities.
Right.
Because 10 years from now, people aren't going to judge her off of her being a 23-year-old when she's 33. It's like, she's young. Let her do whatever.
Yeah.
Now, Future.
That's a whole nother story. He a whole man.
Okay, a whole man with a lot of kids, and he just
Right.
repeating cycles.
Yeah,
Are they
yeah.
toxic? You know, I think for me, I think they probably are just a great match or
Yeah.
whatever, because they both probably don't want to be serious. I don't think Lori's interested in finding a husband.
Right.
And Future's not going to be.
Right.
So, what do you think?
I mean, I think the same thing. I think that, you know, she's young. So I think back to when I was 23 and I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, she can date. She's young. You know what I mean? She's having fun. But I do think that Lori Harvey is going to hurt Future in the craziest way.
She's going to hurt him.
Mark my words. And
Okay.
that's going to be a sight to see. But
I believe you that she might be, you know, his Achilles heel.
yeah.
Just like
She's a little firecracker, and I think that he's gonna end up falling hard for her, and she's gonna be like, Future, like, you know, like, who is that? And you know, mark my words.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Yes. So another topic. Christopher, one of my friends, Christopher, he sent this over to me, and he was just saying, you know, why do people sexualize stuff all the time, or over sexualize things all the time? What do you think? Why do you think that is?
I guess it depends on what exactly is being over sexualized. Will it be like somebody wearing a certain type of dress, or their body in it?
Oh,
or
it
is
wasn't specified, but I guess maybe dressing things, or you know, I don't know. I actually saw a video where somebody, like I think it was a kid or something, was eating a popsicle, and that was even commented on, like, oh man, he's gay or something like that. And it's like, I just don't understand. Maybe it's social media, maybe it's the era of just that, but
I see that a lot, especially with minority children, definitely being over-sexualized, that they can't wear certain outfits because they will be viewed as looking too mature. But other, like our counterparts, our white counterparts, they wear certain outfits and they're not viewed as mature or acting forgot what it is, acting grown or
Yeah,
whatever. You know,
right,
I don't like that. I feel like for us, it can be over sexualized just from our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a dress may look a certain way on someone else, but on you, it's over sexualized because of your curves or the shape of, you know, your body. So I don't like that. I think people, we can say in the social media area, people are more sensitive.
Right, yeah, they are. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
In a way, yeah, it's like more sensitive, but I think it's just the fact that people were always thinking it, but now it's on social media. You have people to like back you up and gas you, like, yeah, I agree the same, but just mind your business. Like,
yeah, mind your business. It's
your
your lane.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about Lizzo?
Oh,
yeah, no. Lizzo, so we all know about the situation. If you don't, I'll kind of, condense the information. So Lizzo went to a basketball game, showed her buttocks, her backside, literally. And now it's just kind of like, well, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. You need to lose weight. You need to, what do you think about that?
Okay, so I love Lizzo.
I love her too.
Like, I don't like to body shame people because we're all different, like in every way. Mm-hmm. But I think it was the tact in what she did. It doesn't matter if the girl was skinny, like 105 pounds, 300 pounds, whatever it is. I don't think you should be showing your butt.
Right.
You know, she got a little, but I commend Lizzo for being herself. I love that she was herself.
Yes.
I don't care who it would have been.
Yeah.
I still would have been like, nah, that's not the time to do that.
Yeah.
And I know many people are saying, well, what about when so-and-so is wearing this in her performance? That wasn't a performance.
Right. That's a whole entertainment, that doesn't count. But I do agree with you. Mm-hmm. It was like an event where children were around, it's a family event, it's something in public, and then she literally she does that. Now I understand she's an artist and she wants to make these wow factors, as every artist, probably want to, but it's kind of like, come on, girl, you pretty, but no.
Sometimes, sis, we're not the club.
Right, it's not the time or the place. Okay.
Yeah.
Last topic before we wrap up. So another question from Christopher. He asked, why do our generation don't or doesn't glorify marriage like our parents and our grandparents?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is. I was like, okay, Christopher.
I think it's the realities of it. I listened to a lot of it. Shout out to my parents. They've been together for almost 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah, they're like the whole, so from the perspective of, they were high school sweethearts, and for me, I'm like, okay,
right.
I'm like, what's going on? But the reality is that we understand the impact of marriage, and that not all marriages are marriage isn't what it seems. Isn't that fairy tale that they sold us, and how much work it actually takes? Our generation doesn't glorify it because we've seen so many divorces. We've seen the fights and people just staying in marriages because they're married, and that's what you're supposed to do. I believe our generation values happiness, our internal happiness, more than anything. And I think it's a beautiful thing that we are waiting a little bit longer because we want to be whole first, and that's what you need to be before you become one with anybody else. You need to be whole.
Well, I didn't know we was gonna have a sermon
today. All
right. I love it. That's so true. That's so true, though. You do need to be whole.
Yeah.
And I just think that, before, I don't think our parents were rushing, but in a sense, it was kind of like rushing a little bit. And I just really commend everybody who's taking their time and saying, you know what, I want to get to know this person. I want to get to know myself.
Yes.
Because I think back to when I was 23. I'm 28 now. I think back to when I was 23.
Lying? 28? What?
Yes, girl. You know, black don't crack.
Okay, at all. Sis, I was like, shit, at least 24. Like, okay.
But no, I think back to when I was 23, and it's like I have different views now, and you're still growing up, you're still learning yourself. The world is so new and so big. I don't recommend anybody getting married. I mean, if you do, that's you, but Yeah, so
Take that time for you.
take that time. Now, what would you say to your younger self if you could talk to little Destiny?
Oh gosh, I'll be like, girl, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Your uniqueness is a gift. All of us are unique, but just hold on, because for sure, the reason why I'm an advocate is because of dealing with my own mental health issues and not understanding until later on.
Yeah.
So just know it's okay to ask for help and reach out. And that God loves you, sis, and you're gonna make it.
I love that. So how can we follow you? Where can we follow you? And how can we support you?
Oh, thank you. For sure, if you go to hopefullyholiday.com, you can find so many tips from anxiety, depression, just anything. It can be relationships with, mother-daughter, children, all that. Hopefullyholiday.com, at hopefullyholiday on Instagram. Same thing, you can follow me, Destinie Holiday, literally my name. Like, type it in, you'll find me. That's it. Simple.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much. You have to come back, definitely, for sure.
Yes, I'm gonna have you, girl.
Yes, call me, and I'm there. Yes. Well, thank you for coming on again, and thank you all for watching another episode of the Courtney Hall Show.